But the fact that the heat interchange to be monotonic, for me, is very, very strange.
I'm defining a measure for partial hypothesis, very similar to the support of to the relevance of premises. And I'm going now. The relation between consequence and premise is very similar to the relation between partial hypotheses in the sense that are here defined and premise. So we can do the same and define a support for each premise, counting how many subset of partial hypotheses explain that premise. It verifies many properties, but it's not always a measure, since there is not any premise which support nor one, neither two. Not always. We can find a case in which it's a measure, but in general there is any premise that has support one. It is that a premise is explained by all partial hypotheses, and it's a bit strange. So a premise is not explained by any partial hypothesis. So we have four measures. A measure for consequences, a measure for partial hypothesis, a measure for premises, and a ratio, the last one, for premises too. So for premises we have two ratios. The first one is a measure, so it's better to deal with a measure than with a ratio that we know very well what it's explained. But if we want to compare premises according with partial hypothesis, we can use this ratio. Or even we can do a meaning for both ratios. And finally, to sum up, it is built a measure in the set of consequence, which can be useful to select consequences and allow us to put them in order. And the relevance measure allows us to get rid of premises that doesn't add information to our consequences. And as future work, we can build measure for speculation that I think Lacan is interested in build a measure for speculation, and build a measure in general for conjectures. Taking account the measure for consequences, a measure of speculation, and a measure of hypothesis that we don't have a measure of hypothesis because all hypotheses have relevance one in this definition, so nothing is done with hypothesis. And then build a measure of refutation. Well, when I say build a measure for conjecture, I'm going to say build a measure of what degree of being non-contradictory with information, but this I will explain. And finally, we can apply that models to practical problems. Medical problems maybe a bit more complicated than this one, or maybe another problem. And that's all.
Questions, comments?
character of conjectures, hypotheses, premises. At the end, you are making reference of that kind of picture. I like a lot that at the end you are showing me the pictorial less, because sometimes you don't show me a picture. The picture is in the natural language, but it is not in the screen. So for me, it's very complicated to pick that. You are always speaking about an order, about the position of every of the components. I think that is very important to explain the human people, the rest of the people in the street, you can say what you have in your hands. But
if we talk that, people in the street will be lapidate.
I exaggerate. But please, could you show me this in the screen, the picture, one of the examples?
I think you won't see.
Let me to try reasoning about the picture. But for me, it's very strongly. Yes, okay. Then first, I am speaking about in general, about the idea of going ahead with the measure. And then, which is the meaning of the right side of the picture? Is a complement of
a complement of.
So there are some information in that part. We can delete it.
No, is information. We have elements, and when we are reasoning, we have only the negation of elements. We say that two elements are contradictory with one is less equal to the negation of the other. So always we are thinking about negation, and we have to represent negation.
Okay, but in general, if you, for instance, look for one, sorry, but vaccination, for example, is a complement because
you can think on a patient with bacterium A and eruption, or bacterium B and fever.
Yeah, in the diagram you draw.
She took a patient with antibody of bacterium. You can take, maybe if you are the doctor, will appear a patient with smallpox and a spot, I don't know.
Yes, but what I am saying now is in the diagram that for instance, vaccination complementary means something new, because probably the information is already when you draw, because consistency. If you draw vaccination here at the left, when it is that I cannot see it, yes, at the left, yes, in the left corner, yes, at the bottom, and you draw in the right corner, that is because it occurs a logical point in the diagram, because it needs to be to fulfill the property of being complementary. So it's needed. You cannot draw that in any position. You must draw in that position. In other cases, it is not going to be complementary. So if we can draw part of the premises, we can set perhaps just as a consequence. Before to draw with I am not speaking about the consequences. As a consequence of your reasoning about the problem, you can delete all the things that you don't need, because we are speaking about looking for the relevance. There are things that they are not needed because they are implicit in the diagram.
Yes.
It is true. It's a question.
In this diagram incomplete, the negation is only put to see it and compare elements and see that the intersection of A and OA is 0, the union is 1.
It is a
but
help
it is
for the reader of the diagram.
Yes.
But it is a needed.
Maybe in some real problems the negation is not so
Evident.
Yeah,
Yes.
but if you want to represent, let's suppose you make a test about
there are mistakes, I think. Does it lack a line between fever complement and bacterium complement, or is correct in the draw? You see? Because between fever and bacterium there is a line.
Yeah.
Okay. And because if it is not aligning between fever and bacterium, then it's not a negation.
Yes,
Okay. It's a mistake.
Yes,
No? Okay.
That is exactly what I am going to with my